Hello, one and all. This is Luckless LoveLocks, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Hey, someone's coming. Just get right into it. Luna, Clover, and Kay?
With Dio, Quark, and Alice tagging along, looks like.
With lots of pants. Extra pants. What's going on here?
We bumped into them a little while ago.
Who'd have thought we'd bump into you too?
Let me see the map.
Okay, I should maybe like pay attention to who's together here and like, because if they might have like done something, you know. These two are definitely thick as thieves, right? Oh, sure. Oh, right, because those ones are connected. Those rooms are connected, maybe. Oh, right, those are the apartments, I think, that they went through. Like the living quarters. Ah, I get it. All three routes end up here.
That map. It's just like the one we found in the crew quarters.
Crew quarters, right. I think that's the first path that I took. I don't remember. Might have been the second one. Crew quarters.
Oh, we found a map like that too.
It was like a cafeteria or like a bar or something.
There was one in the lounge.
The lounge, yeah, okay. I think that's the second path that I went through. There's a lounge? Anyway, ours is in the infirmary.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator. ... I
love the music in this game. It's got a beat. It's got a beat that can't be bettered.
What the? Oh, this is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green.
Wait. Oh, right, because we came in through the door on the left. I was like, that's on the right, Luna.
The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red. Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looked like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock? Huh. Yeah, won't budge. Sigma just like, he's obsessed with trying to open these doors, even though they're clearly locked. I guess if I were in his situation, I'd do the same thing, right? You gotta check. One of them might not be locked.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh, yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours? That's a long time. I can't remember exactly how this works. I think we have to make another choice, right, of what door to go through. But eventually we've got to go back and vote. Maybe we do the vote first, though? Must be 2 hours until the vote. 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
Well, looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Sigma, where's that note you found?
Right.
Oh? Did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the crew quarters.
Yeah, we got one of those.
I wonder if they're all I can't remember if they're all the same.
Found it in a safe in the lounge.
Or if you put the rules together. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I, Carrot, keep you from going in and out of them. Any color bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. I feel like there could have been a rabbit pun in that free reign rule. It's not coming to me, but there's one there. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you back until you solve the puzzle. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get into the warehouse.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole.
These two really like each other.
Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
All right, fine. I'm going.
So we're actually going to go back through the infirmary.
This is the infirmary then. We were able to walk right in, just like the note said.
That means you can come visit the lounge too. You'd like it, Grandpa. There's lots of alcohol. They've even got some of your favorite.
His Cork's teeth aren't really connected properly.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Maybe I'll go have a drink later.
What the hell, man? How are you so damn calm?
Wait, Grandpa? Did Temioji and Cork know each other? I remember noting this the first time I played it. Fi also called us Grandpa, but I mean, I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I took it as like maybe we looked older, but I don't think that's the case, right? Were they actually related? I was about to ask when something else caught my attention. Someone behind the divider was talking to someone else. I snuck a look around.
Do you think there's a connection?
I can't be sure yet, but there's no way this is all just coincidence.
These two would have been aware of the previous Nonary game.
Yeah, there's even a Zero.
Whatever it is that's going on, we need to get in touch with headquarters and fast.
Right, they were like spies or something? Or police officers? I don't know, I can't remember.
Yeah, I agree. They probably figured out we're gone by now.
And I don't think we wouldn't have caught this conversation before in the other pass.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll find us?
Let's hope so.
How are these two connected? Back through the yellow door. I like how it takes its time bringing you back, like lets you kind of like stew in the situation for a bit.
Oh, you're finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it.
Okay, that voice is kind of creepy.
So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into the AB rooms, right? Look. We've got some keys for them right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
Oh, God.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game.
Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex Game!
Wait, what's Ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for Ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
I forgot about that Ambidex means duplicitous. It's a game of betrayal, then...
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Then what's the Nonary Game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The Nonary Game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex Game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Neo?
You arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am, so you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave 1 card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyoji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay. So now we get to decide if we want to ally or betray.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? Oh, right. Okay. What? What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know.
Was she here before? Oh, I remember her, but God, it's so weird. It's like I'm playing this again for the first time. It's like I remember her. I don't remember if she was here before, though.
Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey. Guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen at her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody get Quark out of here.
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago?
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
Someone have metal hands
What are you suggesting?
in the group?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
DOK and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Temioji only stared. Oh, wasn't Temioji like related to her? Like it was his wife or something? His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point. But it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Temioji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looked so peaceful. Almost like she's just gonna wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
Right.
You're a nurse? No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes, I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex female, estimated age 65 to 75 years. Diagnosis, deceased. Thanks, machine. Cause of death, exsanguination, which I guess is loss of blood. Estimated time of death 3 to 4 hours. It's not that long ago. Damage trajectory. Weapon entered through 4th intercostal piercing heart. Wound characteristics. Wound margin clean, continuous. Angle 1 sharp, 1 blunt. 150 millimeter cavity, 30 millimeter length, 3 millimeter width. Conclusion. Based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp, single-bladed instrument. Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
It means a tool of some sort.
There was that scalpel, right?
A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
It's not really good for stabbing, though.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
What is this pose? Someone's been murdered and she's just like, I guess.
If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero, or rather Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden.
Well, wait. He's Zero the Third, so it would have been Zero Junior. Zero the Third's father.
If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
I guess that still works though, right? There's still a junior and a senior in the relationship. Killing someone is just part of a game to him.
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Sr.'s plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
It is kind of notable that it's Zero the Third that they decided to go with, though. Like, why Zero the Third? Because there was only one Zero in the first one, right? Could be like a, you know, grandchild relationship. Like, who's the one kid in the game? We're really going in there? I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
No, of course not. It's just... Doesn't it bother you?
Nope. I don't believe in ghosts. I feel bad that she died, of course. But there's not really anything I can do about that, is there?
Damn, you're pretty cold, you know that?
I prefer bold, but whatever. I just don't let emotions get in the way.
That's pretty much the definition of cold.
Anyway, let's go. Looks like the others have already gone in.
She's like, all right, fair enough. Fine. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What is it? You find a ghost or something?
No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
Screen. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically and will not open again until the polling period has finished. And there goes the door.
Yep.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who is that old wo-
Ugh! Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
All?
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O., I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I better hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a two-on-one battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with 10 Mioldi and went through the yellow door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against 10 Mioldi.
Okay, that's the way it works.
And it goes the other way too. 10 Mioldi's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Peter's enemy will be me.
Okay, Potassium, okay.
And B.O. and Quark's enemy will be Alas.
Doesn't really make sense to come up with like a nickname for someone that's longer. Usually you make it shorter.
Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally. What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view. So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome. Somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
What's taters?
Their choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose
Opposite's
betray,
pretty good.
but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
I feel like Tenmyoji's gonna pick betray, right?
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP. Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
I can't remember what the wrinkle was. Hey, wait.
No, I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice trauma!
We don't have time to talk about this. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
We have to decide who's gonna press the button.
And you think that's a good way to decide?
Just shut up and do it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I get to pick?
Paper.
Yes! Scissors! Wonder if you always win. Haha, looks like I won.
Damn it. So what are you gonna pick?
I guess ally?
We're playing against Tenmyoji. Do you have any reason to think he won't betray you?
I guess not.
Yeah. If he does, what does that make our BP?
We'd be down to 1 point each. But that's not hopeless. I mean, sure, we'll be a little further away from the goal, but all we've got to do is earn those points back.
And when will we do that?
Okay, well, I don't actually know. But it's pretty obvious that we'll be playing this game more than once. After all, we can't get to 9 BP if we don't.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Well, you won. The decision's yours. Now decide. Ally or betray?
3, 2, 1.
In that last moment before the counter reached 0, I made my choice. I think we're gonna ally. I mean, eventually we're gonna pick betray to do the other path, but the really, like, Fi was down to ally. The only reason I could think that he'd want to pick betray, I feel like Tenmyoji is kind of a snake, if I remember correctly. So he might, if that was like, if he was related to that woman, I can't remember if he is or not, or if we even found out in the other paths. He might pick betray if he doesn't trust us, right? We're gonna go ally this time. I think he might betray us, though.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
So you chose ally, huh?
You don't get to complain. I won, remember?
Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted.
Aw, you worry too much. I'm sure Tenmyoji chose ally too.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
Well, we had no facts at all here, really. We barely know each other.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Here we go. Let's go. We should have a look at those results.
Fine.
She doesn't seem happy with us, though. Even though she basically said we should ally.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Let's get ready to rock!
This music's not giving me a lot of confidence.
Ambidex Game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Just keep like dragging it out. Here we go. Ooh, Kay and Clover betray. Oh, God, okay. Betray, you mother... Knew it! Damn. Okay, let me just see here. Kay and Clover betrayed Luna. Wow. Dio and Cork betrayed Alice. And then we got betrayed. So Kay and Clover have 6, Luna has 1. Dio and Cork have 6, Alice has 1. Sigma and Phi, 1, Tenmyoji 6.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma. Phi. I'm sorry.
Why? Tenmyoji, why? I trusted you.
Look, I said I was sorry.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to break. Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
Just tell me one thing, Tenmyoji. Why did you do it?
Are you serious? Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you. Only an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose. You think I had a choice? Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm tired. So tired.
Temyoji shuffled off, the same weight I'd seen earlier sitting heavy on his shoulders. It was only then that I noticed an angry voice nearby.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Hey, look, lady, I was gonna choose ally, I swear to God. But just as I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Oh, come on. Really gonna just try and play it dumb, huh? You're a manipulative little twerp, aren't you?
Quark, is he telling the truth? Were you the one who chose betray?
No! I didn't do anything! I didn't have a chance to do anything before Mr. Dio pressed the button! I'm telling the truth! I promise!
Sure, kid. Whatever. The cute and innocent act isn't gonna work.
No!
Fine. You just wait.
Alice turned on her heel and stormed off before Quark could reply, leaving him alone with Dio.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio? You're a jerk.
I moved away silently to let them stare daggers at one another. It seemed that theirs wasn't the only team facing some friction, however.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray?
Forget it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
The air in the room seemed to turn thick and sour, hanging over us like a brooding, angry cloud. It was a grim omen of darker times to come.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards? Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course, you could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning, losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know, can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes. They do indeed.
And now we're purple, right?
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, B.O. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really. You die.
I love
Here's an
it.
exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep when someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always
Okay.
watching.
Zero's voice is the same voice as Luna's voice, I think.
So, when that signal goes away,
The lock on the bracelet
Something to consider.
releases, right?
Might just be because of resources. They just use 1 person to do both the voices. But something to consider.
yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops.
Yikes.
I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Alas or Siggy. Or Fido. Or maybe Mooney. Or maybe everyone.
What?
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
I get it. Sigma, Phi, Alice, and I only have one BP. If any of us chose Ally and got betrayed, our BP would drop below 0.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well,
is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew.
It took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, my color's changed. It's magenta now.
Mine's magenta too. Me too. Hey, wait. It wasn't just the color that changed. I'm a solo now.
Looks like Clover and I are still pairs, though.
I'm a yellow pair now.
I am yellow as well, but it seems I'm still a pair.
Then who's the yellow solo?
Me. Still a solo. Looks like I'm cyan.
I'm a cyan pair. Aren't you one too?
Yeah, says pear, and the color's cyan.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything!
Sure.
Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again. Did you really think I was gonna cry? Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
This is where I roll my eyes at this game. What the? You fucking dick!
You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this episode. Thank you all so much for joining me on this return to Virtue's Last Reward. I'm really into it again, and I appreciate all the comments and all the love. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one, and I love you all.